Hey everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here and joined by my co-host Tamika, heavy on the Scott. How you doing this evening, Tamika?
Hi, Candy. How are you?
Oh man, I'm good, y'all. Look, y'all have to forgive me. I had to take a rest yesterday. And I know I ain't been doing the morning show, but look, I am here, y'all. I am here. I just had it. I'm just making a little adjustment, so y'all just roll with me, but we still here. Okay, let's see who's early birding today. Coco is early birding. You guys, Coco just had a little exclusive show where
Hey.
she's giving some tea. I'm gonna quickly go over it, but for the full deal, y'all go check out Coco's live that we just came off of about maybe 30 minutes ago. So hey Gold Digger, hey
Hey.
Daniel Berry, how are you? It
Hey.
is going, Daniel. I gotta come in and see what kind of games you got going on today. But it is going. So hey to all the early birds. Now let me see. Tamika, let me ask you, because I'm not up to date. Do we have any new Krishan updates, or are people just looking forward to her being released from California jail tomorrow?
She's still in there, as far as I know.
Yeah, that's all I know. She's still there. And if she was out, we would have had an update, y'all. But she's still locked up. So there's that with Krishan. Let's move right along because look, we didn't have any we didn't have a show yesterday. So, like, what did I miss? Do we have a plethora of tea and juice to discuss? We
Hey,
about to
Hey.
see who's here. Who in the house? Hey,
Friday.
Day Day. Hey, Sade. Let's see. Now, let's start with this, you guys. Let me share my screen and let's get into this. Because this is, you know what? It's shocking, but it's not shocking. And I'm going to tell you why. Hey, Witches Brew, how are you, lady?
Hey,
Now,
Witches Brew.
y'all, this was breaking news. I'm not going to play this because it may be music. It looks like a video. Remy Ma's son, Jason Scott, reportedly charged with first degree unaliving. What is going on? So let's get into this story. It says Remy Ma's son, Jason Scott, 23, may have gotten into trouble with law enforcement. Law enforcement and multiple police sources reportedly revealed to Fox 5 New York's Lisa Evers that Scott and another man have been each charged with first degree unaliving. They also have allegedly been charged with 2 counts of weapons possession and reckless endangerment. The news outlet also shared that the charges are connected to a June 7th, 2021 unaliving of a 47-year-old Darius Gillibo in Queens. Officials are investigating if the alleged incident was a unaliving for hire. Oh my goodness. Let me see what a couple of these comments say. Somebody said, imagine your parents being wealthy and you still want to be outside in the streets. Let's see. Somebody said showing her dancing in the background like that after her son just threw away his life is nasty work. Ugh.
Wait, throwing what in the background?
This music video. They're wondering why you have this music video playing given the gravity of the story. Like, look what you're reporting on, but you playing her music video. So, with that being said, with the
It's like
story,
they
you guys,
celebrating.
yeah, that's how they're making it seem. So, with that being said, she speaks out. Remy Ma speaks out following her son Jason being arrested for unaliving. We stand by Jason's innocence. Remy Ma is speaking out after her son Jason Scott was arrested and charged with first degree unaliving. In a statement to TMZ TV, Remy says that her and her family stand by Jason's. Is that how they're the way they're putting it? Seems like that's Jason's. Jason's innocence and are hoping for the best possible outcome following authorities. Tamika, can you take over for a quick second? Just a quick moment.
Yes, I can. Gold said that's awesome, Sade. Oh, what Sade say? Guess what, guys? What? Chicken butt. We only 5 minutes in. I can't cuss. Guess what, y'all? I move on my place July 1st. Congratulations. Hey, Miss Babs, how are you? Babs said she was on the replay game. Guys, the screen is too small for me to read the comments. So I can't really read the comments of her screen. But I hope everybody is doing well. Great. I hope y'all stayed hydrated today. Did you guys eat breakfast, lunch?
Okay. Ooh, thank y'all. Look, that was the pizza delivery man, y'all. I had to get the door. I had to. Hey, Babs. Let me see who else did creep in here. What kind of good news Sade got? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I don't see it. Okay, Sade's moving into a new place on July 1st. Congratulations. That's an accomplishment. Yes. Okay, so back to this. It says, well, she's really not saying much more than that, but that she's saying that her and her family are standing by her son and wanting him to be innocent. Now, you guys, here's the thing. He's 23 years old. How long did Remy Ma stay in jail? Does anybody know offhand? But this is her statement. She says, "We stand by Jason's innocence and pray that the NYPD will conduct a complete and thorough investigation to reveal the truth. This is undoubtedly a difficult time for my family and me. While we sincerely appreciate the love and support we have received from all of you, we kindly ask for privacy as our legal team works to prove Jason's innocence." Okay. Okay. Every mother. She also says, continues, as his mother, I want to address this situation personally, but have been strongly advised by his legal counsel not to say anything, as most people in similar situations are informed by their attorneys due to it being an active case. So that is her statement regarding her son. I was quickly asking if anybody knew offhand how long was she in prison because he's only 23. Did she do 5 or 6 years? And no idea because you guys know Papoose is not her son's father. So, we're really kind of wondering, okay, um, just wondering how involved because you know what? Mom's in prison, he's out there probably damn near raising himself. Who knows how involved his father was in getting him during that time, where she was locked up. And you never know. So,
Papoose
what,
had him.
huh?
Papoose had him. Remember, they got a reality TV show, and they had all of their kids because he got another daughter also. Well, he got the older daughter, then he got the daughter that they share, but he also have a third daughter that's like in the middle of them. So, but that was all on their show. But Papoose had him also because he had him and the daughter named Chanel or whatever that they go by. I'm not sure. I don't want to give out false information, but I believe that that's what her name is. But yeah, like
Okay.
he was bouncing from, I believe, her family, and then Papoose had him, and then her family, then Papoose had him. So he was back and forth. At least that's what the show said. Well, what they said on the show.
Okay. Well, hopefully he did, but it sometimes these kids just go down the wrong path and you just never know what's going on. So, we just have to see what happens on that. Oh, I would be remiss without saying this. Let me say happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. I've heard about some tragedies going on. One up the road here. We probably gonna get to the story, but up the road here from me here in Texas, yeah. So I don't know why we just can't all get along and celebrate. But here's something. Let's go into this just real quick. Like I said, you guys go check it out on Coco's channel. We just had a live, so go check out her video where she talked about this exclusively. But TMZ seems to have found out that Nelly and Ashanti reportedly tied the knot 6 months ago on December 27th, 2023. So congratulations to them. You know, um, All they put us in is that they were having an engagement, and the thing of it is, this, I was in the chat because I was still just, I had just recently got off work, so I was just kind of relaxing, so I was in the chat. But what I did want to add to the conversation that Coco was having is that, we really don't know. Coco brought up a great point that perhaps if TMZ hadn't been in their business, that this would still be a secret. We really don't know. These celebrities have so many things going on, um reality shows that they're working on, baby specials. We don't know what she really had in the mix in regard to this baby, or them revealing that they are in fact married and things of that nature. But you know what? Congratulations to them on their marriage. They're 6 months in. They're expecting a baby. How pregnant is she? Any day now, probably. And yeah, congratulations to them. So let's see here. What else do we have? Because a lot of things been going on. Let me see.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of legends. I was looking at this legendary baseball player Willie Mays passes away at the age of 93. He lived a good life, a good long life. So prayers out to his family. Just want to say that really quick. Let me see what else we have.
Coco says she do any day now.
Oh, she's due any day. Okay, I knew she looked like she was ready to pop. Uh, Now this one was funny. It said, I shouldn't say funny, I shouldn't laugh. Justin Timberlake's mugshot released following recent DWI arrest. So he was arrested for a DWI in the Hamptons. Okay. Somebody said he looks high. Uh-oh. Trying to go back to this. Okay. All right. Look, it was time for you to get in a little trouble, Justin. You've been in the game a long time. You ain't really been in no trouble, except for the Super Bowl incident. And here's somebody else that's pregnant too. The singer Ella May, you guys. She was at, I guess her man plays for the Celtics, Jason Tatum, and she's there and she's bumping it along too. She really was booed up, y'all. And here's some of the reactions they had on Twitter. I'm not gonna play it in case there's music there. But congratulations to her. She looks pretty. She looks about 7, 8 months pregnant, her dang self, y'all. So she gonna be popping any day now. And here's another view of that. Y'all see that big baby bump? Look, there we go. There's the steal. Look, she out there. So she basically kept her pregnancy to herself, but of course she had to come out to celebrate her man. Now, what is this? I had to look on it just because it looks so crazy, y'all. It says Celtics point guard Derek White chipped his tooth during last night's championship game. But look, he said, I'd lose all my teeth for a championship. Let me see. He ain't gonna do nothing, go get some veneers on him. He'll be straight. Somebody said in the comments, it's probably 5,000 dentists from Boston that are willing to fix that tooth for free. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh oh, that's what Justin was trying to say. He only had one martini. Oh, look, that one martini was blowing hot. Uh, Now someone sent me this. This is a little late, but it's still a great story, so I'm going to share
Six
it.
New Orleans native rapper Rob 49 gifting some New Orleans fathers this weekend just in time for Father's Day by paying the bonds for some nonviolent offenders who are fathers over at Orleans Parish Jail. A cause important for the rapper who says he remembers how tough things were for him as a child.
And I grew up, my dad was incarcerated, and I know how much like him being out could have helped my life. Being able to help dads that could get out of petty crimes that been in there 8 months, 9 months behind $3,000 and $4,000, like that's nothing. You can change a little kid life.
Now, the downtown New Orleans native also has a concert tonight, his annual Father's Day event at the arena this year, calling it Vulture Island Weekend. Now to another story you'll see.
That was very nice of him to do, you guys. And I know that there have been I've seen where Beyonce and Jay-Z have done that as well. But that is nice for him to really do that and take that little bit of a step, because there are people, just like he said, that go to jail. They're sitting in there, forever because, oh, Sade, yeah, I couldn't remember who sent it to me. But yeah, there's people that sit in jail 8, 9 months, a year, because they don't have $2,000, $3,000. Sometimes it's not that simple for some people. They don't have anybody that has that money to get them out, and they're in there for nonviolent crimes and things like that. And like, get these men out, because literally you go in there and you're sitting around there waiting, and you never know. There's situations where people go in for something simple and they just waiting to get out, and they get into trouble in there, fights, having to defend themselves, fight for their lives and everything like that, and then end up with some more charges while they're in there. So yeah, get them out, especially if it's something little like some weed or something like that. Come on now, leave people alone. Here's somebody else having a baby. Wiz Khalifa's having another baby, y'all. I guess him and his girlfriend Amy Aguilar. So looks like their baby is coming any day, and they're having a baby girl who they're going to name Cadence. So, he's officially moved on with somebody, and is having another child. And y'all know Amber Rose already moved on with somebody, and she had her another child as well. But that man left her for Cher, for a 70-something-year-old, or is she 80? How old is Cher, y'all? That's who Amber Rose man with. Hey, Sip and Talk. So yeah,
Miss Londa.
so there. Let me see. Let me see. Now, you know what? It doesn't seem like there is too much since, look, I missed one day, but it don't seem to be too much since then. Let me go. Let's go over here.
Coco said
And
too old to be with that man.
right. Okay, let's see this story. Let's see this. It says a Florida mom says she plans to pull her son from an Oakland university after their rental car was robbed while they picked up food from a Jamaican restaurant. I didn't know these things happen in America, so it's really strange to me. Where's she from? Let me come see. Where's she from?
Traveling to Oakland is sending a warning to out-of-towners. The family was visiting our area to drop off their teen for college when they were bipped and lost important personal documents and thousands of dollars worth of belongings. New at 6, KTVU's Crystal Bailey joins us now after speaking with them. Crystal?
Well, Roman Crossman just graduated high school in Florida, planning to attend Lincoln University here in downtown Oakland to play football. But now his family is planning on withdrawing his enrollment because they're so traumatized and don't want to leave him here for school.
In Oakland, California, you just got to be careful.
Narisa Murray Watson says she's devastated.
Everything totally gone.
Her family was traveling from Florida to Oakland to register her son, Romel, at Lincoln University. At around 6:15 Saturday evening, they left their rental car parked to pick up food at a nearby Jamaican restaurant, only to find broken glass and 5 suitcases stolen.
$3,000 in the bag my husband put under the seat with 3 passports, 3 social security, his high school diploma, my son's high school diploma, birth certificate, everything totally gone.
It happened about a block away from the university at 15th and Franklin. And when they got back to their car, they say a witness told them men driving a car without a license plate, masked, broke into their car and stole all their things. Of course, this is something people here in Oakland have seen.
Oh, I feel sorry for her. She's a little traumatized. She over there they having a good family occasion, dropping their baby off of school, and look what happened. But you know what? It says you from Florida. I'm like somebody else in these comments. Now I have mixed feelings. Stop acting like you never seen crime before. You're from Florida. You have seen crime before. And then somebody else in the comments is coming and saying, so just because she is Jamaican and she lives in South Florida, she's supposed to be desensitized to crime. Hell, I'm from Richmond, California, and I'm still afraid for my life when I go visit my family there. Been gone over 25 years and would never be used to crime, and not going to act like I'm not scared for my life when I go to Yoshi's in Jack London. Okay, so sorry. Hopefully, their son gets all settled down. Okay, let's see. Let's see. There's more about Remy Ma. It says an inmate in New Orleans prison asked Birdman to donate books, but he seemingly refused. You think reading books gonna help y'all? Let me see what he's talking about.
So make that happen. Okay, well, we need inside help for his leadership, for these guys having books to read upon the criminal. So you think reading books on? I know different than reading books. I have enough power to make that happen. Okay, well, we need inside help for his leadership, for these guys having books to read upon the criminal. So you think reading books on? I know different than reading books.
Now I will say this. They didn't really want to show that, but he did say no disrespect, to reading or anything like that. He did say that. Hey, Amazingly Meek. Hey, Sharon. How are you ladies this evening?
Hey,
Hope
Meek.
everybody is doing great. So, now
Hey,
is he wrong for saying something? Is he wrong for saying that, y'all? I don't think so. Especially because, first of all, he went there to talk, but how do we know he went there to talk and spend some money? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to go and make your little motivational speak and keep it moving. And here they are, a bunch of prisoners asking you for some money. Now, that could have been it. I don't know. But, some of these guys should have read a book a long time ago, and maybe they wouldn't have been in that predicament. So yeah, please don't disrespect reading. Look, our people work. Look, and it's Juneteenth too, and I'm just saying this, but our people work too hard for that. That's why, honestly, I'm gonna be very real with you guys. I hate when people say they don't like to read, or oh, I don't read, because I'm just like, oh my God, that's so basic, and our people fought so hard for that. Like they literally, people died for you guys to read and to give you guys the right to read. And then when people just disrespect it or they don't do it, it's like my thing. Read. You can read anything. I don't care if you like a comic book. You ain't have to read no big novel. You don't have to read Wuthering Heights or nothing like. Just read something. Just have an interest in reading something. That's how I feel. Amazing Meek said his approach could have been different. It's not always what you say, but how you say it. That's what I feel, because you see he had to retract. Oh, and put his hand. Oh, no disrespect to read it. But it's like, okay,
Yeah,
what were you about to say? What were you about to say about it? So
I
yeah.
feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Ooh, what look now, speaking of Birdman in Louisiana, what do y'all think about this? I want to see what y'all think about this. It says Louisiana becomes the first state to require the Ten Commandments to be displayed in public classrooms. Ooh. What y'all think about that? Because that's kind of putting religion in school. That's kind of, how do y'all feel about religion being in school?
I think that is a great idea, although it's going to collide because,
Well, people have different religions.
Yeah.
So not necessarily everyone is following the Ten Commandments.
Yeah,
Though they may have something similar in their religion. Hey, St. Hudson, how are you today, lady?
But I think it's a good approach. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I am too, but the way that I feel is that if you're gonna do this, you have to put a little something along the same lines for all sorts of religions. Expose the kids to all kind of religions, because for one, you don't know what individual religion someone that could be in the classroom follows. So include theirs. Yeah. But I'm not opposed to it. Not opposed to it at all.
Yeah, they just need to add every religion commandments.
Now let me see what y'all gonna do. Let me get y'all's opinion on this. It says, did he do too much? Five Below manager has heated confrontation with a woman allegedly stealing from store. Touch me again, and I'm gonna give you this energy. Now, why is you over there arguing and tussling over somebody else's $5? It ain't yours at the end of the day.
Go wrong. All this stuff is ours.
I'll grab your keys for you. I'll grab your keys. You can't go home. I'll grab your keys for you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Kiara, pull up. Pull up, Kiara. Pull up, Kiara. Am I not like that? Like, come on, you can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm a manager. You're not doing this in my store. You're not. Respectfully. You're not doing this in my store. I respect everybody. How I disrespect any of y'all? No, right? Nigga, you literally told me she's wrong. She's wrong. You're wrong. Let go to stop. I already called the cops. Let go to stop. I does this shit. Yeah. Oh, I already did. They're making hand time. That's the problem. All right, you got to step in with what you got in. How about that?
She
Have a good day. No, I'm stepping on it. Not taking it. Take it off. You're gonna have to relax. You got a lot of stuff. Have to relax. This is all over there, so you gotta relax. When you're wrong, you're wrong. You're wrong as a woman. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not gonna have you punch my fucking neck. So touch me again, and I'm gonna kill you insanity. You understand that? I'm not doing it.
When stealing in New York, Five Below go wrong.
Child, look, he said, I'm a manager. I'm not going to have this in my store. Baby, those is not your $5.
Thank
To
you. Not only
be getting
that.
into it. Not that I'm condoning what the woman is doing, but I'm a little confused as well because it seemed like she was at the register. So not really sure what all was going on there.
Right.
Hey, Hudson, welcome.
Hey,
Welcome,
Hudson.
welcome. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on because she looked like she was at the register to what? Pay? And then it was just a big confrontation going on. So I'm not sure. All I know is I'm not going. I'm already laughing at Amazingly Me. Let me put her comment up here. I'm not arguing. If I'm working at a store, baby, look, we got the footage and I'm playing for the police. I'm not tussling over nothing. And nobody stealing from the dollar store. None of that. None of that.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Happy Juneteenth.
Yes, happy Juneteenth once again, everybody. So let me read Amazing Meek's comment. Meek said, Candy, she's violating. Damn, all that stuff is crazy. He stood in business. Now, she did have a lot of stuff in there. I was questioning when he pulled the jeans out because I'm like, well, damn, maybe some of that stuff ain't even from there. Because I never knew Five Below sold no jeans. I was just in there the other day looking at a little rug, but I never saw it. I have seen some clothing items there.
You know, I will say that you're not supposed to legally approach anybody until they leave the store. So he could get in trouble for that. I'm guaranteed they probably will let him go after this.
Mm-hmm.
But because there are levels to that. That's you're not even really you're not required to even show your receipt when leaving the store. That's why when they
I
try
never
to check
do that.
receipts, I'll be like, have a nice day, and I keep it pushing.
Oh, that's what I do at Walmart all the time. Sometimes I feel bad because a lot of times it'd be a little old black lady or black man there. But no, I don't. I'm not stopping for nobody. No, I just my head nod. Have a good day.
Legally, he's supposed to see, like, you have to see someone put something in their bag or like conceal something, and they have to walk out the store before they could be approached legally. And big box brands, especially like Five Below, they have so much insurance to cover that shit. I'm not putting myself at risk as a manager running up.
Yes, for something that costs $5. For something that costs $5. And some of these fools out here be crazy as hell. You never know what they could do over stealing that $5 stuff. Sharon said his sugar feet ASS will get a beat down. Gold Digger said it's very confusing.
She should have dropped him to the floor and been like, my neck, my back. I want $100 million.
Right, because I sure would have did that. Amazing Me said, child candy people be violated. Yes. And Londa said, I don't stop either. No, I don't stop at the store. The only place that I will say this. The only place I will stop and show my receipt at is if I'm like Sam's Club or Costco, because I realize those stuff don't get bagged and all that type of stuff like that. So I show it there. But at the store or the grocery store or anything, I'm not stopping for nothing. I done spent enough time in here. I always have my receipt in my hand, but even though I do that, I still don't stop and show it. No. Bye.
Sometimes I don't even have it in my hand. Have a good day. I smile. I'm nice. Take care. I like your outfit. Okay, bye. That's it.
Just call the
police. I'm not stopping.
That's all I do. Meek said, "I'm sure they were watching, sis. She probably been there a few times. He didn't have to go that hard though." They
That's true,
probably is.
Meek.
Oh, she's back. She's back. Watch her. Watch her. Watch her. That's
Yeah,
probably what they was doing.
Yup. Anybody from New York know that they used to put up people's pictures. Like
Ooh.
if they're a known thief in the store, they'll put your picture, especially like in VIM and stuff like that. They would take a picture from surveillance and have them all up there by the door. Like don't
Oh
watch these
Lord.
people or don't let them in.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay, well, y'all, it's not too much. Honestly, I thought after a day I would have some really juicy stuff to come back um with, but just basic little things, little things. So let's get into our little topic today. Look, ladies and gentlemen, if it fits you, are you settling in your relationship?
y'all
Have you
hear
ever
me?
settled in a I can Tamika, I can hear you.
I can hear you, Lou. Now I can't hear you if you're talking.
No, I don't think she's talking right now. But are you settling in your relationship, y'all? Are you settling in your relationship? And let's see, let's get in that. Tamika, are you still having tech issues?
No, I just thought y'all couldn't hear me.
Oh no, we can hear you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. So let's see. First of all, let's go with this. What does it mean to settle for someone?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yes. Okay. What does it mean to settle for someone? I think I'm settling in a relationship is a phrase most people use when discussing their relationships with friends. But what is settling in a relationship? Settling in a relationship means being ready to accept less than what you want or deserve. Therefore, settling can be a bad thing. When you decide to settle in a relationship, you choose to accept things that you deeply know don't sit right with you. The fear of losing the one you love could be the main reason why you could be settling. Also, let me add in there. Sometimes you don't even really love that person. It's just they're the only person that's available to you at that time. So that's definitely settling, you guys. So it says, settling often begins when you lose yourself to your significant other. It happens when you begin losing your worth and changing little bits of yourself to remain committed to a relationship that doesn't serve your best interest. Am I ringing any bells with anybody, or have you been through this in the past? That could be it. I have done that before. I have done it, but I don't do it too long before I get on out of there. But it has happened, or sometimes it's not even a conscious thing. It's you start getting a certain level of comfortability with someone, even though you know that it's like there's nothing here. There's no excitement. There's nothing. We're just together because we're together. Nothing that it was good at first. It isn't anymore. But sometimes it's because nothing really that bad has happened. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you're like, dang, he really hasn't done anything bad per se, but you're not that happy with them. Amazingly Me said, I'll wait. I refuse to settle. You ever been through that,
I
Hudson?
um, like you said, not for long because y'all know my mouth. So I'm speaking up, and I think it's very important to speak up. And I consider the reasons why the spark ain't there. Maybe they're going through something too. Who knows? And but like you just I'm not a settler. When I wasn't happy and my knees weren't getting met, I left because
Okay.
maybe there's too many people out here. There's too many fish in the sea. And but you read stories all the time, especially of women helping a man get on their feet, and they settled the whole time. They weren't happy, but they were looking at the bigger picture and the family. And then once they get on, they leave.
That
So
is,
it's like,
and that's true. You said something key. You said something key, Hudson. In situations like that, men never settle for a woman.
mm-mm,
They I'm not gonna say never, but for the most part, men will not settle for a woman if she is not who he ultimately wants, it in a myriad of ways, whether it's sexually, or he just don't want to be around her, or he just don't like her, or this or that, Or just like Hudson said, once he gets, settled down, she didn't turn him around, got him dressing good, smelling good, everything. He's gonna go out and find who makes him happy. It is for the most part, not all the time. Some women do this as well, but for the most part, it is always women settling for relationships. And they do it for a lot of reasons. Perhaps there's kids involved and they know they're not happy, but I'll stay around for the kids. A man will settle. A man will not. A man is never going to say, and this is totally veering a little bit off topic, but it does pertain to the topic. But just just like Mika said, men never settle. If they're not happy with you in any type of way, if their needs aren't being met in any type of way, they're never going to look at you and say, you know what? She did a lot for me. She did a lot for me, and I owe her something. I'm not gonna step out on her, or I'm not gonna leave her. That loyalty is rare in a man. A man's gonna say, I'm out. It doesn't matter what you did for them. They're never going to settle for you. And I believe that. Yep. I definitely believe that.
But that's also like that's a curse, but it's also a gift too. Do you want somebody that's settling for you?
No. But of course, you never see it like that in the moment, because what I always say is sometimes it happens where both people are like, yeah, we're both unhappy. Let's end this. But for the most part, there's always someone that is wanting to go, and there's always the other person who thinks things are fine or that doesn't think things are that bad that they need to separate. So it's always one person that wants to go. It's never
If you
usually an amicable split. What do you
I'm
think?
not being nobody's Barbara the Builder or their pick Misha, anything like that, because because that's the term. If they're gonna leave as soon as they get to wherever it is that they're going. And I believe, like, especially women, we got to stop looking at people's potential and start really
Oh,
looking at people for who
right.
they are,
You have
because
to,
that will make you
yeah,
settle.
it does. It will make you settle. Loneliness makes a lot of people settle, you guys. Loneliness will make a lot of people settle. So let me get through these things. Okay. So, why do people settle in relationships? Here's 5 reasons. And I just said this one. Number one is the fear of loneliness. The fear of loneliness can be a powerful motivator to stay in a relationship, even if it's not fulfilling. Human beings are social creatures, and the prospect of being alone can be daunting. Some individuals may prefer the company of someone, even if it's not the right person, to the perceived isolation that comes with being single. This fear can make them reluctant to end a relationship, even when it's clear that it's not a healthy or a happy one. One, societal pressure. Societal expectations and norms can strongly influence our decisions regarding relationship. There's often an implicit or explicit pressure to conform to certain relationship milestones, such as getting married or having children by a certain age. People may settle to meet these expectations as they may feel judged or stigmatized for being single or not in a long term relationship. Have you guys ever encountered that?
Well, yeah, when you get to a certain like place in your career, they expect you to be married. I know a lot of the top of the pyramid people, they will be married and not even give a f about their spouse, but just because it looks better, on paper and to the public. And but I've never been the type to be lonely. I like my
Yeah,
peace. I like
I prefer peace over anything that just really is not making me happy or what I want to be doing. I would rather just
Mhm.
have a peaceful, just peace. You know what I mean? And what they're saying with that point too, a lot of times it can be your friends that, even though they don't realize they're doing it sometimes, but they get you to settle because you want to be coupled up as well. Like you see your friend and they have something that's real and happy or whatever, and you're here with this bozo, and yeah, you're not necessarily happy, but at least you have someone. At least you can go out on the couples dates and go to the couples dinner parties, and you don't have to feel like you're quote unquote outcast because you're single. So Y'all have to be wary of that. Stop looking, especially you could be idolizing a relationship that's not even good. At least you're willing or contemplating leaving something bad that you know is not good for you. Number three, it says low self-esteem. Individuals with low self-esteem may have a diminished sense of self-worth and may believe that they don't deserve a better partner or relationship. They may accept mistreatment or a lack of compatibility because they don't feel worthy of a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. This can be a self destructive cycle where low self esteem leads to settling, which in turn reinforces feelings of inadequacy. Number four is financial dependence. Financial factors can be a significant reason for settling. If someone is financially dependent on their partner, they may feel trapped in the relationship because they rely on their partner's income or resources for their livelihood. The fear of financial instability or the challenges of becoming financially independent can make them reluctant to leave, even if the relationship is unsatisfactory. And number five is comfort zone. Some people may settle simply because they are comfortable with the routine and familiarity of their current relationship. Change can be intimidating, and the prospect of starting over with someone new may seem overwhelming. This comfort zone can keep them in a subtimal, did I say that word correctly? I'm looking at it, y'all. Suboptimal relationship, even if it lacks emotional fulfillment or excitement. It's important to remember that settling in a relationship can have long term negative consequences, including reduced happiness, emotional distress, and stunted personal growth.
You see, that's where men settle. I've seen plenty of Dusties settle with a woman they don't like because they're taking care of him and they pick me Shin him and Bob the Builder in him. And they like should give him her car keys while she's at work. That type of mess. I'm not paying no woman's
Hmm.
bills at all.
Right. And that's a sad thing because you don't realize that you're literally paying for the relationship. Like if you stop doing what you're doing, they're not going to even be with you. Especially it when they're just not, it's not that they're really settling. They're at that point it's like you're settling because you're not getting anything out of it, but they're using. They're just straight out using you. So that's something to be wary of.
If y'all
So
both out on the
somebody,
street and you still with him, are you settling?
if you do what?
If y'all both out in the
Say it
street,
again.
if you are both out on the
Ooh,
street and you staying with him,
y'all
is
both
that
down bad,
settling?
girl. Y'all both down bad. No, because you ain't got nothing either. Y'all belong together. Neither one of y'all ain't got nothing together. They said, what is the difference between settling and being realistic? It says, have you found yourself questioning if your significant other is the one, or am I settling in my relationship? It isn't easy to know if you're settling in a relationship or just understanding your partner's shortcomings and the relationship you share with them. Now, that's something interesting. So, what they just said here, is it really settling, or are you just being realistic? Like, I know he can't, I know that he can't be faithful, so men should, I shouldn't expect that of a man. Or I know he doesn't have the potential to get a better job and contribute. Or maybe he has a good job and he just doesn't want to contribute or be equal or be a partner to you. You know, does that make a difference in it?
It's so complicated and complex, and it's to the point where it's like
me
a
said, me said,
me neither. Me, I ain't being broke with you, and I ain't
Meek
taking
said,
care of you.
child,
I'm
I'm
not
not
paying your
taking care of
bills.
nobody's son.
I'm not your new mama. Absolutely not.
Right. Meek said,
Just to get
uh,
banged? Absolutely not.
absolutely. Meek said, no, it's It's Meek said, child,
Hey
I'm not
T.
taking care of nobody's son. God gave me daughters. Hey T, welcome. Oh my goodness. Yes. And Sharon is right. Sharon and Meek. Sharon said, right, Meek, peace is top tier. Oh, because like ladies, can't you always think back to a time, unless you are extremely lucky, but can't you think back to a time where you were in a relationship with someone and you knew that you weren't being treated correctly, and it is very unpeaceful. Like that's why I'm quick to just like, okay, I'm out. Like that's okay. This is a done deal because that's too much stress. Wondering what they doing or why this is this way. And half the time when you try to have a conversation or talk about it, the conversation is going nowhere, and that's what really makes it bad. Or they're doing these newfangled words, gaslighting, this and that. You know how they say these days. Uh, and you damn right, Meek. Meek said, "I was always told you can do bad by yourself," and that's right. Yes,
Yeah,
and
I
T's
like
right.
Oakland.
Right. T said it's the worst feeling ever. When you know it's not right, you literally don't have any peace. You don't even have any peace within yourself. So if you allow someone to put you in that place, look, I want y'all to get y'all strength up. Sometimes I know it's hard, especially with that one where they're talking about the finances, which, I mean, that's a bad place to get yourself in as a woman where you're totally dependent on your significant other basically to fund your life. I think that's when you need to look at you. I think just being real, you have to look at you, and the
You
changes
should
that you
always be
need to have.
stacking. You should always be stacking money to the side, ladies. Because I'm pro man taking care of man. So stack money to the side. Make sure you make your money to the side and do your own thing, even if it's behind his back. Like I'm not paying nobody's bills. I'm not going half with you. I'm not doing none of that. Absolutely not.
Mm,
Because you ain't gonna bob the bill
mm,
to me and then kick me to the side. Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
that's
It's good to
right.
have your own,
Meek
but I
said
have it like
yes. Go ahead. What's your thought?
I'm saying. It's good. It's always good. You should definitely always have your own to where you're not like struggling without him, and you always me. Because there's still that puts like then those guys become very possessive.
I don't know.
And
It's so odd. I don't. Is that called loyal? If you, I mean, y'all tell me. Let me pose it. Let me put it like this. I just watched a YouTube video, right? I just watched a YouTube video. It was this guy. I just happened to randomly click on him, and he said that him and his girlfriend they together, but they got evicted because he couldn't pay the rent. Now my head was going both places because I'm like, okay, what is she there for? If y'all both know y'all having a hard time, it shouldn't be dependent on just you. So they had gotten evicted, and then they went to the mama and the grandmama, and both of them put them out. So they ended up at her grandfather's house. But I mean, is that called being loyal? Just sticking with somebody beside that through all the times, or just being crazy as hell? I'm not going
I
crazy.
from pillar
feel
to
like
post.
that's settling.
Yes, I'm not going pillar to post with nobody because you know what you can do if having such a bad time yourself financially. It's one thing for somebody to help you out, but I'm not going with no man from pillar to post like that. That's crazy as hell to me. Cause you know what? If I gotta go and stay with my mama, I'm not dragging you with me. Is that wrong? Am I wrong for that?
No, you
I'm not
absolutely
going.
right. I would never. I wish I would bring a man to go stay in my parents' house. They would both look at me like I'm crazy.
And y'all both going pillar to post.
Walking around like some gypsies or something. Like, no, I'm not being broke with you. I'm
Yeah.
not being on Skid Row with you. I'm not. You're not asking me for no allowance. Absolutely, no, 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 no. Hit me up
Okay,
when you
let me
get on
ask
your
you a
feet.
question.
Like,
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question, Hudson. So what if this was a man that you've been with him and he been good to you? He been very good to you. He been loyal to you, and he was taking care of everything, but he genuinely fell on hard times. How do you feel about a situation like that? Do you kick him while he's down?
well, usually men that happen to, like, say he lost his job. A man with a good
Hmm.
education and good career, it won't take long for him to get another job, and he would have a savings.
So if he was really that good, he would have been prepared for anything, basically.
Hmm.
Okay,
I'm
witch's
not
brew. I
not
love this
babysitting no
witch's brew.
Dusty.
But if you sitting there with him too, ain't you dusty too?
I'm a woman.
I
What's that
feel like
mean? What's that to say?
I'm not. I'm just that type. I'm nope. I'm not taking care of no man. I'm not going 50-50. No, nope. Mm-mm.
So okay, I want to delve
My
into this.
parents still
So
married, and my father pays the bills.
well, yeah, but okay, but it, if you okay, say because I definitely wouldn't contemplate this. I mean, I don't think about doing this with somebody that I'm not married to. But say you're within the confines of a marriage, aren't you supposed to be a helpmate? So if yeah, he been taking care of the bills, but if he fell on a hard time and something happened where he was the financial provider, you're not going to step up and be that helpmate.
You can do
Cause
it,
say
yay!
you cause they say Hudson, she hard on the man, y'all. Say Hudson's hard on y'all out here. So okay, look at Sharon agreeing. Talking about tell him again, Hudson. Now, Witch's Brew said, I love like Witch's Brew comment said, yeah, I can't do toxics. I'm grateful my marriage is my peace. And Witch's Brew continues to say, I would hate to date in this day and age. Put it in the chat why. What's so different about dating in this day and age? No, I'm asking questions because I have to be devil's advocate here, but no, I'm not taking care of nobody either. Now, if we're married and something, and you've been paying the bills and stuff like that, but I work as well. So if something happens, I'm a step up, because that's part of to me. That's what being a helpmate is about. If you ain't got it, I got it. If I ain't got it, you got it. I believe in that. But I got look. Let me see you taking a little bit too long to get back on your feet. Let me see you acting like you not gonna get up and beat the pavement and try to find you something else and get going. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. I If you've been so good in other areas and you just have, look, you stumbled, you fell down for a second. I fully expect you to get back up and get up back on your feet because just like you said, Hudson, if he's worth anything, if he's any type of man, he not gonna be down long. So that's gonna be my mentality.
Exactly. And
But
then
if
they get
but if
resentful
I
too. If
see
you
you
go chipping in,
moving a little bit too slow, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, y'all, taking a vitamin. Those type of men, if you pick up the pieces too much, especially with like financially and taking care of the home and stuff like that, it starts subconsciously, but they become resentful and spiteful real
Hmm.
quick.
They really do. What's your opinion on this,
It's
Tamika?
emasculating.
what do you want to hear from me?
Huh?
What you mean? What's like? What do you want to hear? What do you mean? What's my opinion?
Like if you were if you were hey voracious one. So what if
Hey,
you were
one.
in a situation where like and you know what? I believe you've discussed this with us when we did our interview with you and Donovan. I mean, you said that, there's been times where, you had to cover stuff. There's been times where he did it, but if you need to step in and step up, you're willing to do that. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
On
that was
basically
my.
being a helpmate.
Give me a chance to gather my thought because I'm trying to choose the words that I'm trying to say. um, Being a helpmate is like I'm a wife, so of course I'm a helpmate. Now, I do understand when you guys say, okay, well, if you guys not married, but if you're living together, I feel like that's still playing house. You're just not legally married, but you're still playing house. So if you are, together and y'all live together, then if he falls off on like hard times, then why can't you just pick up, that slate, especially if you're want to get to the next stage of marriage, because when you get into marriage, you like nobody can predict the future. So I'm all for the helpmate. For settling, because I didn't give my opinion on settling. Now for settling, I I can be transparent because there was a time where I thought that I was settling, maybe like 5, 6 years ago. Like I really thought I was settling, but it was just something that was
Hold on. What made you feel like that? What made you feel like that?
I feel like it was something that was internal. Like it was something that was me. It wasn't, him. It was on me. Like I had
Hmm.
insecurities, about myself and things like that. So I don't know, like I convinced myself to believe that, okay, I am settling basically. Like, am I happy, or, am I with my husband because we have 2 kids and, this is the norm for me, this is what everybody known of me. But I had to really dig deeper and say, what's my pros and my cons and things like that. But that was just something that I was battling, So back then, maybe 5, 6 years ago, I may have thought I was settling, but then I got on my feet and got my career, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. If that makes sense.
Okay. So
Sense because I
it
had.
sounds like at that point when you were feeling like that, it was kind of an internal thing.
Yeah, like it wasn't nothing that he was doing or like nothing that I felt like I was not doing or we didn't meet eye to eye. It was just something that, I was questioning myself because I got married at 25. So during that
Hmm.
time, I'm what, 30? Now I'm hitting 30. That's when you get your grown woman piss, as my grandmother said. So, like I had to question myself, like, am I settling? And I had to do my
You
pros and my.
it sounds like you were evolving. Like you said, getting your and maybe he wasn't evolving at the same rate as you were. I can understand that because I was married young as well. And that was even my first time dating him, someone that was in my same age bracket. Usually I date older men. But yeah, it's hard when you like evolve past the person. And it's not their fault.
Right, 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 right.
Okay, let me get to some of these comments, you guys. So, Witches Brew said, "Oh my God, a lot of dating takes place meeting online as opposed to back in the day you met in real life." That's very true. There's a lot of F boys out there and women that are gold diggers. Gold digger says, if my husband needed me to help our family because life be lifing, I got his back. Husbands get laid off, companies close, or God forbid, your husband gets sick. I will be there to help my husband. Voracious one says, I don't have a problem. The commandments should be across the board when it comes to religion. Oh, okay. You must be on the replay game, Voracious one. Okay. Also, Witches Brew said, I've had to step up when L Dog was laid off before, but that's my job to have his back as a wife in my place in our family unit. Yep, yep,
Yeah, that's how I
definitely.
feel. Like that's just how I feel. Like I feel like I'm like a helpmate. That's just one of my titles that I have. Add that to the title list, like so I'm prone to that. Now, when we were dating, I don't know when we were dating because before we even got married, like we were living together. So we have history and things like this. So I've been a helpmate basically. He needed
Hmm.
me, I needed him.
See, now I was watching a documentary the other day on that Betty Broderick lady, and she stayed with her husband, took care of all the bills, had the kids while he was going through, um, what was it? Which was first? It doesn't matter which was first. He went to med school and he went to get his license as an attorney. So he went to both. So that's a long time. And then when the family finally reached the millionaire status, when he finally got his degrees, got his licenses, and they reached millionaire status, he left her for a younger version, a lady that looked just like her, only younger.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that happens a lot.
It really does. It really does.
And she helped him all that way and had this kids and worked full time and let him study and was like a homemaker, a straight up homemaker. She would babysit the other kids in the neighborhood for extra cash and everything because she knew, they were penny pinching.
Mm-mm. Okay, let me tap this real quick. 11 signs you're selling in your relationship. And I'm just going to read the signs. So, number 1, you are comfortable putting up with deal breakers. So that's very important too. Like, you over there putting up with getting cheating on or paying all the bills in your house, and that's not what you really agree with. You're definitely settling. Two, external timelines are pressuring you. Three, they don't want deep talks. Four, you are constantly scared you're missing out. So if you think that being with that person is limiting you, seem like I flubbed that word, limiting you, you're settling. You're trying to change him. If you're trying to change him or her, that means they're not really the person that you need to be concentrating on. Six, you have to put yourself on hold. Seven, your enthusiasm for the relationship is declining. Number eight, you fear loneliness. That's why you're sticking around. Number nine, you stop communicating. Number 10, frequently comparing your relationship to others. Number 11, lack of emotional connection. Okay, here are 9 ways. Also, let me give you these 9 ways to avoid settling for less in a relationship. Number one, take control of your life. Let's see. Number two, raise your standards. Now that's something right there. You might have to start looking at a different type of man. If you find like the last three men that you've been with, you feel like you're doing everything and they're not meeting what you need. Raise your standards. Three,
I feel
define
like
your non-negotiables. Go ahead.
I got
Was
a
that
call.
you, Tamika? Okay, okay. So, number four, set healthy boundaries. Number five, communicate openly. Number six, prioritize self care. Number seven, trust your instincts. Number eight, seek support and advice. And number nine, be patient. And I'm going to read this one. It says, rushing into a relationship or settling out of impatience can lead to dissatisfaction. Take your time to get to know your potential partners and evaluate compatibility. Understand that it's better to be single and content than be in a relationship that doesn't meet your needs. Okay. All right, y'all. I hope I gave y'all something to think about today. You might be right there. You might be in a relationship that you're not happy in, and be like, "Why am I doing this? Or why do I keep doing this? Or why do I keep forgiving these type of behaviors? Or I'm tired of paying all these bills by myself just to have this man over here. You know what? Let me get what's that old saying that people say, and I can't stand it. Uh, a piece of a man is better than no man. If that ain't the most
Mm-mm.
settlingest comment that have you ever
That
heard old folks say that?
yeah, my grandmother said that, and I'm like, that
Yeah,
don't even make sense.
it don't even make sense. A piece of a man is better than no man. Hey Tamika, how are you? So it's like,
Hey,
no, we
Tamika Bird.
definitely, ladies, we want to get out of these thought patterns and these line of thinking, and men too, because men can find themselves in a predicament like this where they're truly are unhappy. But for the most part, I'm gonna say it again, for the most part, men don't settle for long. Like it has to be a guy that has some real low self-esteem himself before he goes, really settling. And because if he's about anything, he gonna move around. If he is anything, he is going to move around, you guys.
You should definitely communicate is the most important thing for
Mm-hmm.
everything. You should be able to come to your partner with that or go to your partner with that and express how you really feel and change together. If I see a effort to improve, you gotta want me just as much as I want you. I'm not gonna just be begging and pleading nobody.
Right. Sip and talk says she. No man is better, honey. I don't have time for the foolery. I can do bad all by myself. Witches Bruce said, "Oh no, never a piece of a man." Yes, it's somebody there. There's people that are in their relationships now just because they fear being able to find another man or being in another relationship, or dang,
Or
who am I
lonely.
gonna or just they're just scared. They're scared and they can't even stand the person they're with. Definitely settling and wish they had more, but they're just so scared to be alone. And
Taking
if that is
abuse.
the case, taking abuse exactly, because they're scared of being alone. So yes, you guys, hopefully gave you something to think about if you're out here listening. Now, anything else we need to touch on before we get out of here today? Hudson, anything you wanted to touch on?
Happy Juneteenth, and I'm sorry I came in late. I wish I would have heard that earlier. I didn't know if you talked about Cardi B or anything like that.
Oh, what's going on with Cardi B?
You didn't see all that?
Uh-uh.
Um, Another allegation of Offset cheating and getting a side chick pregnant, and there was like text back and forth. It's such a rabbit hole. At this point, it's like it's ridiculous. But
Yeah,
apparently, she said she knew. I don't know. I don't really know.
she said she knew. Now, see, this why. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I understand that Cardi B. I understand that you're a woman that wants to make your marriage work. I understand that you have these two children by this man. But you know what? Offset been cheating on you for a long time, basically from the start. I don't feel sorry for people that know what's going on and they choose to stay. You are not. Cardi B is not. Now everybody wants their child to have a father, but you know what? In regard to fatherhood, if Offset is going to be a deadbeat father, and that just means his relationship with his children. If he's going to be a deadbeat father, that has nothing to do with you. That's something in him. You know what I'm saying? That's something in him if he's going to be a deadbeat father. But as far as the relationship with you, you keep trying to make something stick there, and that man is unfaithful. He's just an unfaithful man. And the thing of it is, he had a whole bunch of children before you. What do you think all those other women went through? All the other mothers of his children went through.
That's a good thing. That's like one thing to point out too. Is definitely you getting from the other women. Like girl, be careful because he's da 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 da. It's not
That's
always
what I'm
an
saying.
attack on
And
you.
it's too many women that were in Cardi's shoes prior to her even being in this deep with this man. A man will lie and try to tell you his baby mama he only had sex with her one time. You know what I'm saying?
She
They
just
will
crazy.
lie
She
and try
crazy.
to diminish the relationship that you had with your kid's mother. He had about how many kids he got? He had a gaggle of children when you met this man, and he's always cheated on you. Is that cruel of me to have that attitude? I can't feel sorry for someone that now I can feel sorry a little bit because for me, I think as much as Cardi B, as loud as she talks, there are clearly some self-esteem issues going on with her with all the plastic surgery she's getting. It's like, honey, you all that plastic surgery you getting, that man gonna go out there and cheat with somebody with some better plastic surgery than you, or better yet, she might be all natural. Like there's nothing. It's like you're Cardi B. You got the money. That's not stopping him from cheating on you. You got the status. That's not stopping him from cheating on you. Because you know what?
She taking care of him.
Yeah. Who's settling in that relationship? Now we know why he's there. Yeah, and she keeps taking him back. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
can't never. You know what's going on. Sharon said I don't feel sorry for her because she's taking him back, and she always does. So it's like, okay, Cardi, you
she
just gotta play stop. You gotta still love the kids. You gotta love his new baby. If he does in fact have a new child on the way with another woman, you gotta love that baby as much as you love his other kids because you
She's
keep taking
pregnant.
him
I
back.
think the other girl got a termination, but and he only gave her 15 grand for his termination. That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
Cardi B is pregnant again.
No, he got the other girl pregnant, and Cardi B's pregnant right now, but he gave the girl 15K to get a termination.
Mm. He gave her a little extra on top of that. Well, you know what, Cardi, you keep sleeping with him and having kids by him and things like that. And them kids is not clearly those kids are not gonna make him stop cheating. Clearly.
No.
So yeah, I can't have too much sympathy about that, you know. And I know to some people it may be cruel for me to even say that, like, oh, it's not about the money. She loves no, baby, you got too much money to be sitting over there crying about some little short man that keep cheating on you all the time.
Sometimes it's not even love. It gets to the point where you're trying to prove a point, and it becomes
Yeah,
like a competition almost.
Yeah.
Like, I can change your mind. I can make you stay. Like, and it's like, then you get him and then he stopped cheating. And then you're like, ew, get out my face. Like
No, he's not going to stop. He is not going to stop until he's old and decrepit and hurt, and then he gonna want his wife. Oh my goodness! And then you really gonna be resentful. So,
it's
okay,
sad.
you guys. With that being said, we out of here. Thank you guys for coming through. Look, it's been a rough. I'm gonna be back to my routine in a little bit, but we're gonna be having our shows 6 o'clock for now for the next 6 weeks or so. And thank you guys for rolling with the adjustments. Put your notifications on. Even during this time frame, I'm still trying to be very consistent with the time. You know, so I appreciate you guys. Okay,
6 o'clock
now
Central or West
Central,
or East?
Central Standard Time. So it's 6
Okay.
Central Standard Time. So you guys, if you did not hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. And if you have a few moments to spare, leave a couple, little quick little comment. Doesn't have to be anything long and drawn out, but just a few words. I definitely appreciate it. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tamika, what time we twitching tonight? You twitching tonight?
Yes, we're twitching tonight at 9 Eastern time.
9 Eastern Standard Time, you guys. So come
That's
on through.
soon.
We have a good time. Yep, we have a good time over there. And okay, you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thanks for having me.